Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a beautiful Thursday night here in the heart of America. Oh, I got a little tie. There we go. I'm Dale Tanhart, and welcome to Dalescenter. Coming to you live from the heart of America. We've got a really fun show tonight. Not a lot of racing going on this weekend, unfortunately. You can throw ARCA in there with Xfinity and Cup, and you got yourself a triple header. Unfortunately, the sports books do not recognize the ARCA Menards series as a reputable series to bet on. They look at it more like the WWE of NASCAR. That kind of makes sense in my head. But if you have Bovada, you can bet on ARCA. And I think somebody in the Discord said that Jesse Love was even money, now plus 200 to win. And I sent back Arcula 1. It's Arcula 1 time. That's basically the odds we're looking at. Formula 1, but ARCA. So, I don't know. Call it a triple header if you want. It's going to be interesting. Oh, I forgot to take these guys. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to leave them up there. I like Brad K again this weekend. And I appreciate Bubba Wallace for nailing Dalescenter top plays last week. If you were here, the only two top plays we hit on Dalescenter, top 5 plays, were both Bubba Wallace bets. And one of them was a plus 900. So, like, you can go 2 for 5 and profit if you tailed all 5 of my Dalescenter top plays last week. Bubba beat Eric Jones in a matchup and top Toyota plus 900 on BetMGM. Massive weekend we had on the Cup side last week, clearing over 16 units. Everything else was fucking terrible, but it's okay. It's okay because we came back, we rebounded, back against the wall, and Dalescenter was a pivotal part in that comeback if you saw those bets on Thursday night. So how's everybody doing tonight? It's good to see everybody. Hang around if you're here. I know there's probably going to be some people here for the Hooters giveaways. Yes, I got the Hooters stuff on deck. We'll do some hashtag kind of stuff and give away a few shirts. And next week, keep an eye out because we'll be giving away some of these awesome cups on Hooters Racing Instagram, courtesy of our good friends at Busch Light. Just had to move Bubba over to the 401k champion list for what he did for us last week. All right, let's talk to some people. Welcome. Savage Joe, good to see you back. I appreciate your nice words, kind words on the intro. Appreciate it. Christopher Herbert, good to see you. Hellfire, baby, come on. Kyle Connolly, Go Fast Troy, Tin Naka, a lot of the OGs back again. North Canuck, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you here. Brad K and Harvick are looking good. Yeah, absolutely. Bubba Bags, according to Trevor. Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Son of Smoke, head for the mountains of Busch. Yes, love that. Who do you guys think that Busch is going to sponsor in 2024? No, yes, 2024. Once Harvick leaves, they got to go somewhere. Everybody's like, oh, Kyle Busch. I feel like if they wanted to sponsor Kyle Busch, they would have already done it. Just my 2 cents on that. But who do you guys think they're going to run? Who do you guys think they're going to run with after Kevin Harvick is gone? Nick Hook, good to see you. Brett, welcome back. Grant, Dylan, Dale, Exit. A lot of OG Garage fam up in here. Appreciate you guys for hopping in. It's going to be a fun show. I think we will have Chase for the Cup. I'm not going to guarantee anything, though, after what has happened with our technical difficulties. I will not guarantee a damn thing, ladies and gentlemen. But plan is to have Garage Guy Chase on here to talk Chase for the Cup, his insight on his Cup Series picks that he's been really good at in 2023. Hamlin. Ooh, Denny Hamlin. That'd be interesting, huh? Joe Gibbs would need it, man. Oh, by the way, you know, we're talking Busch Light. Don't forget about my guy Brad Keselowski in the 6. Used to be a Miller Lite guy, but before him in the 6, actually it was Trevor Bayne and David Reagan. But before those guys in the 6, respect to Mark Martin, the GOAT. Haven't worn this tie, but maybe once or twice. So love this tie. Good color scheme. Looks damn good, I know. Watermelon Busch Light, according to Joshua Pittman. Interesting. Yeah, I think if you look at the linear history of Anheuser dating back to like 99, they go with young drivers, right? Like Dale Jr., they went with Casey Kane. Everybody forgets that. They went to Casey Kane after Dale Jr. went to Hendrick Motorsports. And then Kevin Harvick was like 32, 33 years old when they went to him, when he was still with RCR back in like 2011. So they typically favor drivers on the younger side, at least dating back to the last 2 decades. So I think Ross is a good fit. I think you got to go with Ross. So I agree with a lot of you guys. Let me get this retweeted here that we are live. Oh, wait. No, let's show the tie. Damn, the suit looks good today, huh? Y'all like this suit combo? It feels good. Looks good, feels good. All the time. All the time. And I think the first thing I wanted to talk about before I get into the lines, what do you guys make about the Aero changes? We talk about this short spoiler. The diffuser has basically been, I've been saying like ripped in half. Well, it's not really ripped in half. It's just being dissembled in some areas, mainly in the middle bottom portion of the car. And there's a couple other things. Basically, we're reducing downforce, hopefully reducing dirty air, but clearly, based on the test session, I went back and looked at some data and looked at a lot of comments from drivers. Seems like everybody liked it. It seems like everybody collectively didn't really see much of a difference with the testing package until we got to the 2-inch spoiler, right? So the spoiler is as trimmed off as it could possibly be without actually taking it off. And I think we'll see some exciting racing on Sunday for sure. Now, will it change a lot on the betting side is the question. I don't think so. I do not think it's going to change much on the betting side. I think there's a big overreaction amongst the community about being scared of this weekend because, like, oh, God, the downforce level we hadn't seen since the 90s. That's true, but the cream always rises to the top. If you want to go anywhere, this is what I've said on the podcast, the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast on Tuesday morning. And I think I've reiterated it in the Garage Guys Discord as well. If you want to lean somewhere, and I still don't think you should take a lot of stock into the test and into the reduction of downforce. But if you want to lean somewhere, if you want to lean towards a narrative, I'd probably lean towards veterans, right? I'd probably lean towards Harvick and Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch and Martin Truex. Just because I feel like they'll adapt better to some of these changes. Having been guys that drove very low downforce, high power for most of their careers up until like 2019. Most of these guys in the series, outside of those guys, Truex, Harvick, Hamlin, Busch, like weren't even in their prime yet. A lot of them weren't even in the series yet when we had low downforce. So I think that's worth noting, but I still don't take too much stock into it. I think we're all kind of freaking out a little bit. Yes, I still think most of your bets should wait until after practice and qualifying because we get a big practice session this week. We get a bigger practice session on Friday, and we come back and qualify the next day. So they're giving teams more flexibility to figure some stuff out. So I still think waiting till after practice probably going to be a good thing on most of your bets. Getting this tweet up real quick. Boom. And I want to know what you guys think about that. Greg, what's up? What is up? Joshua says Noah Gragson still talking about the Busch Light deal in 2024. Greg says, even if we only see a 15% reduction, that's a huge change. If I told anyone I was cutting your pay by 15%, you would flip. You're right. But how much of an impact does that have on the betting atmosphere of everything? I still say not much. These guys are the best stock car drivers in the world. Like, they can adapt. They've adapted to all these other changes we've had. From 2018, it's been a carousel of changes. So, and have we seen that much difference? Not really. I think 2022 we saw the most difference because the spawn of the Gen 7 was complete chaos. I think now, as Tyler Reddick kind of said in, I think it was on Door Bumper Clear or one of Dale Jr.'s podcasts, that we're, and this is awful if this actually happens, that we're kind of reverting back to the 550 horsepower. I hope to God that doesn't come to fruition, man. I'm so scared of that. We cannot go back to 550 kind of stuff. Like, that is absolutely a nightmare if we go back to high downforce. And we have low power already, right? Like, the power is, well, we have, 620 horsepower? We got to get some horsepower back. Got to get some horsepower back in our sport. I think that's a necessity. Or we strip the downforce all the way down to 0, not, 0.5, 0.25. We strip it completely off to make it feel like you have more power, which is the goal this weekend. Kevin, good to see you. I got Busch, Truex, and Bell this week already. Too impatient to wait till practice. That's understandable. I'm going to have stuff locked in too. I'm going to have a bunch of stuff locked in too before we get there. So I get it. I think there are, and that's why we have this show. I think there are ways you can find good value before you get to practice, before you get to qualifying. And we still have the Xfinity series that's probably going to be a lot more predictable before you get to practice and qualifying times. So welcome, everybody. I've enjoyed this little chat we've had. And let's get into some lines real quick, ladies and gentlemen. All right. The NASCAR Xfinity Series is on Saturday, and we've got it's basically the weekend of United Rentals, right? Like, United Rentals is sponsoring both events, and this one is specifically the United Rentals 200. Kyle Busch is back, which sucks, but I think is helpful for us in some lines, right? It helped us last week, even though, like, I didn't have Austin Hill. RIP to all the Chandler Smith bettors out there, man. That is just one of the worst beats you could ever see. Somebody with, like, an 8-second lead, or no, it was more like 5 seconds, but you give up a fucking 5-second lead in like 20 laps. Like, hey, that's what we talk about. That's what I talk about in our podcasts and in the Discord. Like, you're gonna have rookie growing pains. And while guys like Sammy Smith are making mistakes on pit road, spinning out, way bigger mistakes. Chandler Smith, big mistake right there, I guess, was just not saving enough tire for the end, which is a typical part of being a rookie. So that is a tough beat, but we learned real quickly that Chandler Smith is going to be a threat, and the books learned real quickly because they have him at 12-1 on Barstool Sportsbook. But going back, Kyle Busch is a 3-1 favorite. Justin Allgaier at 4.5-1. John Hunter Nemechek 5-1. Cole Custer 6.5-1. Josh Berry 7-1. Sam Mayer 12-1. A line there with Chandler Smith. Brandon Jones, I still think, like, look, he's still up there. Wait, no, he's not. He's over here. He's gonna be on the Dead to Dale slot though. Don't you worry. He's been. Look, we know Brandon Jones has won some races. He's been in the Xfinity Series for like 18 years. He's like 30 years old. Like, he was in the Xfinity Series when he was like an infant. He's had his moments. He's been good at all sorts of different kind of racetracks before in the past. I kind of look at him as a flat track guy. I really do. If you want to pick something out of Brandon Jones' resume, better at flat tracks. That's where a lot of his wins are at. So he's won at Phoenix before, and he beat Kyle Busch in that race that he won at Phoenix a couple years back. So 14-1 for Brandon Jones in the number 9 car. I get it. He's not Noah Gragson. He's not Tyler Reddick. He's not William Byron and Chase Elliott, guys that have just run the show in this number 9. But at some point, you got to take the fast, which is one of the fastest cars in the field. We know that number 9 car is, right? We've seen it time and time again. A track that's been pretty good for Brandon Jones. I think he could sneak up on us, and you got to watch out for that 14-1. Something that stuck out to me, though, is Sheldon Creed at 16-1. I don't know if he opened there, but why is he at 16-1? When literally every week, like, what's changed? Every single week he's been sitting at 30-1, 35-1. And it's not like he blew everybody out of the water last week at Vegas. He was like a 10th to 12th place race car all day. And suddenly he's 16-1. Did somebody just go hammer Sheldon Creed? Like, what's going on here? Is that not sketchy? Is that not sketchy to anybody that we're looking at Sheldon at 16-1 to open the weekend? That is weird to me. That is very weird to me. So just keep that in mind. Sammy Smith also 16-1. Ryan Truex in a Joe Gibbs Racing car is also 16-1. I had a lot of people asking about his head-to-head matchup against Sheldon Creed. People wanting to take Sheldon. Because of the way Sheldon has been in the Xfinity Series, I just cannot, for the life of me, take Sheldon Creed in a head-to-head matchup. Let's just face it. He said it himself a few years back. He tears up a lot of shit. Similar to Brandon Jones, just too volatile to take Sheldon Creed in a minus odds head-to-head matchup, I think. So I'm staying away from that pick. If anybody else is going to ask about it, it seems like it stuck out to a lot of people. That head-to-head matchup in particular, stay away from me because Sheldon can come out here and lead every lap and be battling side-by-side with somebody and crash going for the win. He's a wheel man, and he's aggressive, and he's had a lot of wrecks in the Xfinity Series. So can't take him. Can't trust my guy Sheldon in a head-to-head matchup just yet. Austin Hill being at 20-1 after winning last week is kind of surprising to me too. Riley Herbst at 30-1, Parker Kligerman 33-1, Hemrick at 50-1, who's had some good results at Phoenix in the past, but can you trust him? Probably not. And that's basically everything that sticks out, other than Brett Moffitt. I think, guys, every single week, I'll just go ahead and tell y'all, if they're going to leave Moffitt at, plus 25,000, plus 30,000, and then give me a top 5 at 12-1 to 14-1, I'm probably going to take it until it hits, because eventually it's going to hit. Brett's in a good race car. Like, the fact that we're undervaluing the hell out of Brett Moffitt, who's had, in the last 2 races, has beat Parker Kligerman. He's beat Riley Herbst. He's beat Daniel Hemrick. He's beat Sammy Smith. Like, guys that are being valued way more than him. He's got good race cars that are competitive with the people around him that are sitting at 30-1 or 20-1 while he's 250-1. It's pretty crazy. So, top 5, Brett Moffitt. Last time I checked, sitting at Caesar Sportsbook at 12-1. When I lock that in, I'll let you guys know in the Garage Guys Discord. And if you are not in the Discord, there is a link below. Join us, one of the fastest growing motorsports betting communities on planet Earth and in the universe. Link below to the Garage Guys Discord where you can see all of our up-to-date, up-to-the-minute updates as we lock in bets. So Brett Moffitt's always going to stick out to me until they decide to value him around the plus 8,000, plus 10,000, something closer to Daniel Hemrick and maybe even Ryan Sieg. So we're going to keep that in mind heading into some Cup lines. But that's all that sticks out to me in Xfinity. Let me know what we're looking at. Will, welcome. Thomas, welcome. Truex gets out of prison with it. No. We had mentioned good behavior on Martin Truex. No. He's now, like we were saying, for life. Like the question was, is Truex going to be here for life? Now we're saying for eternity. Now we're saying, like, afterlife. We're all gone? No, Truex is still there. This wall will still have Truex on it in prison after we're all gone from this planet. That's what's up for debate now. We are on very, very thin ice here with Martin Truex locked up for eternity. Greg Mathern, yeah, that makes sense. Greg Mathern apparently busted the plus 50,000 for us on Brett Moffitt. Usually, keep an eye on BetMGM. I've found some very, very under the radar good lines on BetMGM over the past few weeks. So keep an eye on that. Having a little bit better value than Barstool and DK. Will said he got KFB minus 134 top 3. Is that for Xfinity or Cup? For Xfinity, that's pretty good. That's pretty awesome. But I will say Colleague has not been amazing at Phoenix with any of their drivers over the years. Can Kyle Busch end that? Maybe. But what we saw last week at Vegas, just talking about Kyle Busch real quick, I'm on the fade train because guys like Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, and even his teammate Chandler Smith just had better race cars. They were faster, right? And Junior Motorsports has been really good here at Phoenix, particularly with Justin Allgaier. Talked about Brandon Jones earlier. Josh Berry wasn't great here last year, but you got an emerging guy in Sam Mayer to think about here as well, who's good at shorter racetracks, like short track kid who's won a lot of short track races with his new crew chief, Marty Lindley. Watch out for Junior Motorsports. I just think they're going to have better race cars, right? So I'm on the fade train on Kyle Busch once again, at least for now. At least for now. I'm not paying 3-1. But if you can get minus 130 for a top three, like, that's very tempting of a hammer time. So we'll end it with that on the Xfinity side. Let's get to some cup lines. Now, the United Rentals weekend at Phoenix. The United Rentals Work United 500. I'm not going to show qualifying lines because I already have like my whole line. I have all my qualifying bets decided. I'm leaving room for one, maybe two more bets because this weekend we have practice on Friday and then we come back and qualify on Saturday, which is very unorthodox in the NASCAR Cup Series dating back to 2022. Usually you got practice, qualifying immediately after, right? Different this time around. Different this time. You get Friday practice, come back the next day and qualify, which begs the question, do the books leave the, or not, do they leave the lines? Do they take the lines back on the board? Do they put them back on the board on Saturday before we get to qualifying? I'm not going to trust that, but I will leave a spot for somebody to bet on. If it's not, if I see something that sticks out, something that I'm like, oh shit, I need to hop on that, I will leave one spot open for a bet. I'm getting that cotton mouth, dude. We've already been talking a lot. As you see, cup lines, courtesy of Barstool Sportsbook on the bottom of your screen for the race, not for qualifying. I just want to specify on qualifying bets. My bets will be mentioned in top plays. I'll go ahead and tell you what they are tonight in the Dalescenter top plays when we end the show. But it's an interesting situation with practice and qualifying being on different days. So don't see that very often. And with the changes of the car, that's what we're seeing this weekend. So keep an eye on that. And once again, the Discord, somebody said it, it's free. Discord is free. You join in, you see all of our up-to-the-minute updates, and can get some good insight on Saturday when and if qualifying comes back to us on the sports books. Joey Logano is the favorite. Man, I was so happy seeing him spin out at Vegas last week. After he got lucky in qualifying because of the wind. The wind stole my money in my qualifying bets. Yeah, he deserved to finish last place. No question about it. So that was cool. But Joey's a favorite. He's been really good at Phoenix over the years. Defending champion. Had to win this race in the fall. Won here in 2020, the last race before the COVID pandemic hit. I remember that very, very well because I had the house on Kevin Harvick, and Harvick was hounding him and hounding him and hounding him and could not get by him, and I was really fucking pissed. So Logano's a favorite at 8-1. Blaney at 8.5-1. I've got my eyes on Blaney. No question about it. Look, I know he's sitting here in the dead-to-deal slot. Well-deserved because we've already lost a lot of money on Blaney this year. Daytona 500, I bet on him. I bet on him at Fontana. He wrecked. And then Vegas was just like a non-factor. So it's been a tough start. But I'm not going to give up on Blaney just yet. He's not prison-worthy yet if we're thinking that. Kyle Larson, 9-1. C. Bell, 10-1 with Kyle Busch at that same price. Chastain. Denny Hamlin. Look, I talked about the theme of maybe this downforce reduction, this aero package change could benefit the veterans. I think everybody's kind of sleeping on Denny Hamlin. I think we're all sleeping on Denny Hamlin. We know Christopher Bell is a flat track god, which statistically he's amazing at every single flat track except Phoenix. It's so weird. He's great at Richmond. He's okay at Martinsville, but he did win that Martinsville fall race last year. He's amazing at Richmond. He's amazing at New Hampshire. Good at Martinsville. And Phoenix, he's been okay. Not great, but decent. And we wonder if Christopher Bell, that flat track expertise, will carry over here to Phoenix and get a dub. I guess we'll find out. Ross Chastain at 10-1. Or here, you know what? I got sidetracked. I'm talking about Joe Gibbs, guys. We know Martin Truex has won here 2021, one of his last wins. I think he won 4 races in 2021. But 2 years ago this weekend, he won at Phoenix. Denny Hamlin's won here before, and I think we're going to sleep on him. And I think there's a chance we get a better line than 10-1. So I think Denny Hamlin's potentially a good bet this weekend here for this race. Kevin Harvick at 10-1. That was an interesting one because he was 20-1 on Caesar Sportsbook, and I was like, I think I'm going to go bet this. I pulled up the app not even 30 minutes later, and he was 10-1. So appreciate everybody hammering Kevin Harvick down to 10-1. He was 12-1 the other day on Barstool. Now he's 10-1 here. So books are keeping an eye, and somebody's hammered it somewhere. It's probably Greg. Probably NASCAR Titan Greg Mathern fucking us all over. But it's all good. Martin Truex Jr., prison, 11-1. William Byron at 12-1 is interesting after he just won. Like, after Kyle Busch had won Fontana, the books had him at like 6-1 as the favorite the next week. So to see Byron win last week and now at 12-1, not even a remotely close to a co-favorite, is pretty wild to me, I will say. And Byron's been pretty good here at Phoenix. So 12-1 kind of sticks out. Alex Bowman 20-1. Chase Briscoe 20-1. Look, I know they have been bringing Dodge Durangos to the track for Chase Briscoe at the 1.5 miles. It's not going to be the case this weekend. Chase Briscoe is going to be good. I'll go and guarantee you, Chase Briscoe will have speed, and he will be a contender this weekend. So if you're thinking about the 20-1, I think you're thinking right. Watch out for Chase Briscoe. Stewart Haas is going to be way better than they've been the last couple weeks once we unload here at Phoenix. Reddick at 25-1. Bubba 35-1. Suarez, same price. Brad K 40-1. Ryan Preece 40-1. Eric Almirola 50-1. I've seen some Eric Almirola bets from a lot of, or maybe not a lot, but several people in the community talking about Almirola. He is also a flat track king. If you like some value on Eric Almirola, your top 10s are probably gone forever. But 50-1 is still pretty tasty. Hasn't really budged a whole lot. I'm sure Greg could probably tell you guys in the chat if there's a better line on Almirola elsewhere. But keep an eye on him, I think. And nothing else really sticks out to me if we're going to talk. Just talking about cup lines, basically. So I don't know what sticks out to you guys. What are we looking at? What do you guys think? What bets do you guys already have locked in? I'm curious because all the doubt, all the uncertainty has certainly scared people away, right? But I feel like in the Garage Guys Discord, at least today and last night, I saw a lot more people riding some bets. So I'm curious to what you guys are riding. Kevin talking about Chase Briscoe getting no love anywhere. Ford can't be this horrible every week. I think you're absolutely right. I think another bet that I like, and I want to check more books for this, like BetMGM. I'm sure I'm not going to say I'm sure, but they might have this odd up because BetMGM gave really good value on manufacturer odds last week, which helped us in the Bubba Wallace bet, top Toyota. I saw on Barstool, Briscoe was 7-1 for top Ford. I don't hate that bet. I do not hate that bet. He's already beat Kevin Harvick head-to-head at Phoenix twice. Now, Penske's been really fucking good here. Really, really good here. It doesn't matter what series they've run. They've always had speed. And that was very, very obvious last year, especially in the season finale when they just completely waxed the field. Logano and Blaney did. But Chase Briscoe did win this race in the spring, and he finished 4th in the fall. So I think 7-1 for top Ford. If you can find 8-1 or 9-1 for top Ford for Chase Briscoe, love that bet. Absolutely love that bet. Almirola 40-1 in Rhode Island. Oh, somebody, I'm sorry I missed who said this, but congrats on getting some legal sports betting in Massachusetts coming up. I don't know if you said next week or tomorrow or this weekend. That's fucking awesome. As a Mississippian who's been waiting for legalization in my state, I'm pretty jealous. So congrats. Good to see it expanding more in the United States. Almirola, even money over Ryan Preece head-to-head. I like that bet. Trevor, I like that bet. Everybody's on the Bacon top 10, man. That scares me. Everybody's on Bacon top 10. But I was looking at data, and Eric Almirola is one of like 4 guys that in 6 consecutive Phoenix races has finished in the top 20. And only 2 of those were top 10s. But nonetheless, being there close at the end is important. Like, last week's a great example of that. I picked Justin Haley at 9.5 to 1 for a top 10 because I was like, I think he's just going to be there at the end. If he's there close at the end, it can happen. We get a late race restart, everything goes to hell. Haley moves from like 15th to 8th and cashes a big top 10. So Almirola fits that mold perfectly for a guy that you think might be there at the end and could take advantage of some chaos. Neil, yeah, congrats, dude. Congrats. Will likes Briscoe over Byron plus 118 on Barstool. Dante's on Briscoe poll. Hey, yeah, you'll see that later in the show. I'm with you, Dante. Dude, Dante loves Briscoe poll. I see you, Dante. I see you. I'm there with you, too. But you can get 20 to 1 on Briscoe poll, I think, on Caesar Sportsbook. Thomas G says, Truex is bringing hell with him to Phoenix. Lock it in, boys. I think that's a good time to move on to the next segment. We got the Wall of Dale draft. We're going to leave the cup lines going on the bottom of your screen just to get the brain flowing. But it is time for the Wall of Dale draft. If you see behind me, new to the program, you just got to know the David Starr deal. Austin Cindric is permanently dead to me. And I just don't see any way where it can be reversed. We'll always have beef with Austin Cindric. He refused to apologize to me for ruining my bet at the Daytona 500 last year. So no good stock on Austin Cindric. He remains dead to Dale. And, of course, Martin Truex Jr. It's funny how my pod mic always blocks him. It's just always in the way. It's like we want to censor this motherfucker out. But, nonetheless, Martin Truex Jr. is always in prison. He has been so bad to me on the betting side. He has stolen so much money from me and the Garage fam over the last couple of years. Now we know he's in prison for life, but now we're talking eternity. Do you want to spend an eternity with Martin Truex in a jail cell? I don't. But I don't know. Ryan Blaney could be knocking on the door of that. Brandon Jones certainly is knocking on the door of that. And it could get ugly. It could get ugly. So let's go ahead and start there. Let's start with the bad. Let's get the bad out of the way. Brandon Jones still has just had such a bad start to the season. I don't want to curse him. Like, I don't feel like I'm cursing him. I'm just saying, like, from his past results, he's dead to Dale. So he's going to be first up on the board. Team Menards. Team Menards. That's just so crazy. Team Menards is essentially all on the dead to Dale list. It's pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. Who do you guys want to see up here? Good or bad? I just want to know. Tell me who you want to see up on the Wall of Dale on the good side or the bad side. Or the bad side. Or the bad side. I'm very curious. I'm willing to listen to anything because I had a lot of guys lose me a lot of money last week. Corey Heim finished 4th instead of getting my max bet top 3. That fucking sucked. Cole Custer was the top play of the weekend, and he was just an absolute dud. I mean, a complete absolute dud. And that's where I want to go next, is with Cole Custer. I don't know what to expect out of him this weekend. I feel like my confidence in Cole Custer has been completely waxed. Like, I don't know what to think. He has good results at Phoenix. He's led laps here before. He's never won here in the Xfinity Series. But you got to think he's going to be up there. He's going to be good. He's going to have a better car than he had at Vegas. But I don't know what to believe anymore. Cole Custer lost me a lot of money, so he's on the dead to Dale list. He is on the dead to Dale list. Other guys. I think we're going to leave it at that. I don't want too much bad energy. David Starr still owes me like $17,000, so I'm not going to curse him too badly. Let's move to the good side. Let's see. Joshua says Almirola for no. Hey, Almirola, if anything's on the good side because he made me a lot of money when he hit the wall. But I know some Kyle Larsons were upset. Kyle Larson fans were upset for sure. Creed is Creed's been on the bad side. I will say Creed has been on the bad side. We want Christopher Bell on doing it for Dale. Okay, Bubba's already on the wall. We like Bubba. Bubba helped us out, and I'm glad you guys said it because I had it on deck. Justin Haley's gonna get some love. Justin Haley, my best friend, Justin Haley, Garage Fam, best friend Justin Haley, on the good side. Thank you, Justin Haley, for doing it for Dale. You can still get good. The books are basically allowing you to get good top 10 value on him every single week. I mean, literally every single week you can grab something nice on Justin Haley. So we appreciate him for his top 10. We appreciate him for hanging out on the lead lap the whole race. That's the main thing, right? Being on the lead lap the whole race is essentially what helped him get a top 10. So that was very, very much needed, and I hope everybody got some profit off of that. Another guy I'm going to add here, my guy Dante's on him. I mean, he's been talking about him a lot. And I think I'm going to be on him this weekend in multiple capacities, and that's Chase Briscoe. It's been a tough start. They have had no intermediate speed, but this is a totally different racetrack. An absolute different racetrack from Vegas and Fontana. Not much correlation at all. I think Briscoe and Stewart-Haas Racing will be much, much better because they know this place. This is the Kevin Harvick playground. And as we saw last year, the Kevin Harvick playground data definitely spread to the 14 team. First in spring, fourth in the fall, Chase Briscoe. All right. Who else do we add here? Look, I'm high on this kid right here. I got him on deck. I'm telling you, man, we're going to keep sleeping on this guy, and he's going to come out and win one of these races and be at a really good line. It's going to be at least 12-1 when he wins. Sam Mayer. I don't think, like, if you look at the data, didn't have 2 good races at Phoenix, but he had a lot of bad races last year. It was not correlating to specific track types for Sam Mayer. It was just rookie mistake after mistake after mistake. We've already seen early in 2023, this is a different Sam Mayer. I cannot stress enough how important it is he's been repaired with Marty Lindley, a guy that has won a bunch of races with him as a teenager. I'm telling you guys, watch out for Sam Mayer. There's a good chance he could be doing it for Dale very, very soon. Who else do we want to go with? Anybody else you guys like on the good side? I'm willing to take some advice. I'm willing to accommodate potentially. I already saw this one. I'll put him up. I'll put this kid up here. I'm going to have a bet probably against him that you'll see. But shout out to Chandler Smith. Shout out to Chandler Smith. He won us a lot of money last year in the Truck Series. Truck God the second. Which, by the way, guys, we got to find a third Truck God. We got to claim Truck God the third here soon. We're 4 weeks into the season. I need your guys' help on who should be the new Truck God because Chandler Smith is now in the Xfinity Series. And as a Truck God, like, it's got to be someone who has won the Garage Guys some money, right? It's got to be betting related, talent related. We need a Truck God the third now that this guy's moved on. But kudos to Chandler Smith. I did not expect this hot of a start from him. He's been amazing and is probably going to win a couple races this year after what we saw at Fontana and Vegas. Okay. Benjamin Bill Byron. Yeah, you're right. I think we got to put Benjamin Bill up there, huh? Where is Benjamin Bill? We'll put Benjamin Bill up there, and then we're going to move on. There he is. Benjamin Bill, we appreciate you very much, sir. Let me get some hand claps. Do it for Dale's in the chat from our guy, Benjamin Bill, back in the winning circle this past weekend. I think a lot of guys got him at like 11-1, 12-1. I got him at 8.5-1. The speed was undeniable after practice, and he got it done, and he got it done for the Garage Fam. Helped us out big time, getting a big-time clutch W. First win since Martinsville of last year. That's so fucking long ago. So good to see him back in the winning form. We're going to put him in the 401k Dale Champions list. And didn't talk about him a whole lot. Well, I feel like we have. Bubba Wallace helped us out a lot. He's in the 401k Grand National Champions list because without him, top plays would have been abysmal last week. Without Bubba Wallace, the top plays would have been absolutely terrible. So we appreciate Bubba Wallace. And that will do it for the Wall of Dale draft, except you think I forgot, huh? You wanted to say I forgot. You almost caught me. Sports God of the Week goes to BJ McLeod, the best hair in the garage. He was at the UFC fight. He looked like a UFC fighter, or the typical UFC fan, whatever you want to call him. The dude's a hoss, and he's the hardest working man in the garage area, and he's got the best hair in the garage area besides me, of course. BJ McLeod, now 2-time Sports God of the Week on Dalescenter here in 2023. I want you to hear that clap for our guy BJ. All right. Now, you guys, while we get all the claps here for BJ McLeod, I want to get Chase in here. And we're going to pray. We're going to pray that it's going to work. We're going to pray that it's going to work right. I need all the positive energy on planet Earth. On planet Earth to get Garage Guy Chase in here. Boom. Copy. Discord. Let's get all the positive energy we can, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get Chase in here. He's going to talk some bets. It's going to be fantastic. This segment is called Chase for the Cup. Just like Chase for the Cup, the old video game, right? NASCAR 2005. That was the shit, wasn't it? I'll turn this desktop audio a little bit down. You guys let me know if anything's too loud, not loud enough. We're going to keep it rolling here. Chase, if you're watching, head to your Discord. Boom, boom. Wait, nope, didn't work. Why is that not copying and pasting? I just copied and pasted it. Here we go. Properties. All right. All right, guys. Keep your fingers crossed. Enjoy the music. And please, Streamlabs, don't do this to me. We're gonna make it happen this time. We're getting Chase in here. We're getting Chase in here. Yeah, I saw somebody tweet this. I think it was Darian Gilliam. Best NASCAR game. What was your best, favoritist NASCAR game in the whole wide planet growing up? NASCAR 98. NASCAR 98. I was big 2003 and 2005 and 2006. I feel like I didn't play a lot of 04, man. I feel like I didn't play a lot of 04. The paintball mode. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. All right, I see Chase in the waiting room. But it will not show him. Chase, I'm kicking you out. I'm inviting you back because it's giving me problems again. At least I know the troubleshooting. I know the troubleshooting issues now. I'm sending you a new link, Mr. Garage Guy. NASCAR Heat on the PC for the 2000 season was underrated. 07 on the PSP. Wow. NASCAR, I never played NASCAR Rumble. I loved 07, man. 07 I thought was very underrated. Very, very underrated. Elliott Sadler on the cover. Elliott Sadler on the cover. How about that? Oh my gosh, guys. I think this might work. I think it might work. We might have Chase on the program. It might work. I'm not gonna. You know what? Nope. I'm not getting my hopes up. We're not getting our hopes up. It's already given us some annoying ass problems. I can't believe it. I think it's going to work, guys. Oh, what is this song? I'm sorry, guys. This song sucks. Oh, wait, it's not playing? It's not even playing anyway. All right. Let me make sure we're good here. One more time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chase for the Cup here live on Dalescenter. Chase, just say something. I hear him clapping. Can you guys hear him? Please confirm to me that you can hear Chase.
Holy shit.
Hold on. We're not going to get our hopes up just yet, Chase. I want to make sure we can all hear you. Come on, chat. Let me know. Let me know. There's a little bit of delay, so it's going to be a second.
How we feeling? 3 for Dale.
Richard
the third
yes.
time's the charm.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We have not heard from you, sadly, on Dalescenter since January. So, look, at this point, I'm just going to shut the hell up, and I'm just going to let you talk about any cup bets that you like ahead of this weekend. Just go ahead. Go for it. I'm turning my mic off.
I'm just happy to be here. Shout out to the Garage fam. Shout out to everybody that believed in 3 for Dale. It's the third time we tried to make this work, and by God, we made it work. I've been wearing this Earnhardt polo for this last 2 times. I said, you know what? I got to switch it up a little bit. I had a good friend of mine brought me this beautiful Dale Earnhardt jacket from the Nextel Cup Series. Got that Young Guns patch right there. You know what I'm saying? First year of Nextel. So I feel like this brought me some good energy, some good swag. But I'm happy to be here, happy to be on Dalescenter, the best motorsports betting show in the universe. Shout out to the Garage fam. I've got Dale Book here with me. Last time we tried this out, you saw it. You didn't hear anything, and I've been putting it out on Twitter. But tonight for Phoenix, I've been tuned in. I've been listening to all the things that Dale's been saying. I hear a little bacon boy chatter. Hear a little chatter about that Eric Amarola. I got a little something to serve y'all with that. But I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. All right, you guys know me. I'm a little bit old school. I got my bets written up on a dry erase board, and they're also written right here on this pad for Zona. We're going to Arizona this weekend, Phoenix. You've already heard the man speak about practice and qualifying. I'm just going to go ahead and start with qualifying. Guys, we might hate this. But I had to do it. I had to take Joey Logano at plus 650, 1 unit to win, 6.5 units. He got the pole here. It was the championship, granted, but he's flat track guy. He showed us flat track success last year, And I just don't want to get duped because Penske seems to care more about being first than they do about winning the race. They just want to be up front. Okay. And if we're going to carry that same energy into this weekend, then damn it, I'm going to try to win something. The other guy that I have on here is a guy that we all know and love, Christopher Bell, plus 1,000, 1 unit to win 10 units. Toyotas, they got to come back at some point, right? We got to believe. Okay, I still believe in the Yodas. I still think the Yodas are strong. So I'm still going to ride with Chris Bell. He's a dirt boy. He's a flat track boy. I like this. He was terrible here last year. Was not a good time for Chris Bell. This time around, I think things can be different, especially with this new package that we've got to look forward to, and I am very damn excited about it. Last guy I've got here, Alex Bowman, plus 1,800, half a unit to win 9 units. He's a Phoenix boy. He's a hometown boy. The Chevys have looked good. And at some point, I feel like you got to have a little success at your hometown track. Some people may be cursed. Others, I think, could be different. And Hendrick's kind of been on a little bit of a roll here. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice a little bit on Alex Bowman, plus 1,800 for qualifying. Those are the 3 guys I'm taking for qualifying this weekend. I'm not going to go too heavy on it. And let's go ahead and get into some props. I got 1 prop so far, and I kind of took this as a gut prop. We're going back to some old school racing, boys and girls, okay? And I can't see the chat right now. I'm sorry. Whatever you have to say out there, I'm going to check it when I get back in for Dalescenter, but I love you all. Shout out, and I hope you ride some of these with me. Over on Cesar's Sportsbook, shout out to Caesars. Stage 2 winner wins race, plus 350. All right, let me talk about this a little bit. Usually Ryan Blaney is the Stage 2 champion at Phoenix. He has been that way last year, it seemed, and he just couldn't find a way to close it out. If we're going back to what some are maybe calling some old school racing, maybe we'll see some real old school racing, and that's kind of my mentality there. Usually you got a guy that's up front, taking charge, making things happen. He might close it out, and that's the way that I'm looking at this one. It's plus 350. Ride it or don't, I don't care. 1 unit to win 3.5 units. I'm throwing a little bit of cheddar.
What was that last bet? That 3.5?
That was the prop that I have right now is Stage 2 winner wins the race, plus 350 on Caesars. 1 unit to win 3.5 units. My thought process, yeah, is if we're going old school, if we're trying to make these cars a little bit more old school, maybe we'll see an old school product. So I like the veteran boys this week, right? That's why we're here on that. We're hoping that we get to see that kind of a product. So I had to go ahead and just put that out there for good juju so that we could get some, high-flying small blade, as a Russian would say, small blade racing.
Any other underdog bets you like before you go? Any
yeah, of course.
Shit?
So group bets, maybe not crazy value, but crazy value I do have. I feel like Chris Buescher over on FanDuel, our favorite sports book that ignores all things motorsports, he's plus 500 for a top 10. I got half a unit to win 2.5 units on that. He did finish 10th here in the spring. I do like that. Group bets, Group D on DraftKings. Eric Almirola to finish over Cindric Jones and Keselowski at plus 265. 1 unit to win 2.65 units. I looked at some data from Greg Mathird's data, big track data that he had. And Eric Almirola seemed to do pretty damn good compared to these 3 guys. They do have another version of this over on Barstool. I think Bubba's in the mix. And I kind of want to avoid it because I want to believe in Toyota. Okay. Before I go, matchups. This is a Gut Boy special for sure, because most people might be like, you wow, but I do hear a lot of chatter about Chase Briscoe, which is good. Briscoe over Byron plus 118 over on Barstool Sportsbook. 1 unit to win 1.18 units. I do like that bet. I think that maybe, Byron got the win last week. Maybe he's going to, be a little lazy. Maybe he's just going to coast. He's probably not going to do that. He's probably going to have a decent finish, but I do think that Briscoe can finish ahead of him, which is why I picked that. And then the only 2 outrights that I have thus far, and you can check them over on Action, I'll go ahead and lay them out. Reddick at plus 2,500 on Barstool Sportsbook. Harvick plus 1,200 on DraftKings. Big Harvick fan this weekend. I think him and Childers are going to find a way to rip the top. I want to see him get it done, and I love it. But, yeah, that's all I got. That's everything in the Dale book for Phoenix thus far. Keep an eye out. We're going to have a lot more this weekend. You know where to follow us. The Discord is free. So
all the info they could ask for is in the description below. And I'm on Harvick with you. I'll go ahead and tell you. But I have a different strategy with how I'm going to approach Harvick. But I'm going to be on Kevin Harvick. I wish I could have grabbed the 20-1, but 12-1, considering everything's now at 10-1, 12-1 doesn't look so bad. But that is Garage Guy Chase on Chase for the Cup. We got to get a logo made for this and put like the Chase for the Cup NASCAR music on too. Now that Now that it actually worked this time. It took a second, but it worked. So next time it's going to be even faster. So we got it down. Chase, appreciate you. And I guess I'll see you sometime somewhere.
This weekend.
Maybe we'll do another podcast.
We need to do something. We got to do a podcast, maybe some playback action. Who knows?
Yep.
Got to get out here. We got to do a great broadcast.
Yes. Yeah. We got to do playback. It's been a minute since we've done playback, but that's okay. We'll do it for you guys this weekend. Hand claps for Garage Guy Chase. Chase for the Cup. Appreciate you, Chase. We'll see you this weekend.
Hasta luego.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is Garage Guy Chase back on the program for the first time since like January, which is hilarious, right? Got it back on the show. It took a minute, but it's okay. We made it happen. Yeah, exit. You're right, dude. We got to do it. Well, what now? I can't believe it actually worked, guys. Gillette Young Guns. What? The Gillette, dude. I miss the Gillette Young Guns. I know we all miss it. Andy, appreciate you. Welcome, Andy. I don't know if I've seen your name before. Thanks, everybody, for making sure. We had a great audio check there to ensure that we could actually hear Chase. I cannot believe it. We actually had a successful guest interview with Garage Guy Chase here live on Dalescenter. So check out his bets. I agree on a few things. I don't on a few things, and that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of the Garage Fam and the beauty of the parody you'll find in the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports Discord. I guess it's more now the Garage Guys Racing Discord, as we've rebranded to that on all of our social media stuff, except for Twitter, because we can't own the fucking handle. We got to find a way to buy that handle from whoever has it. Garage Guys Racing. I guess it's. Oh, I got my old. Hold on. No. Hey, this is not the correct Triple Crown. This is not the correct Triple Crown. Ignore that. We're taking that off the board. Taking that off the board. Not the correct Tanhart Triple Crown. I don't know why that didn't update. Nonetheless, it's all good. We're going to get that up. Go ahead, guys. We have the community parlay segment right after this. Or actually, we're going to do Hooters giveaways after this. But get your community parlays rolling, dude. I want to go ahead and see them. I want to start seeing them. Give me your community parlays. Get them ready. Load them up in the barrel. And we're going to fucking blast them in about 20 minutes. I'm pissed about that. I don't know why that didn't update. That was another typical Streamlabs moment, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. Maybe that one was my fault, actually. I don't know. But in 7 minutes at 8:15 Eastern Time, we're doing Hooters giveaways. Be sure to be following Hooters Racing on Instagram. That's the number one thing. You cannot be eligible to win if you are not following Hooters Racing on Instagram. Go ahead. If you're not going to follow them, get out of here. We don't want to see. Leave. Go away. You got to be following Hooters Racing on Instagram and then watching Dalescenter, of course, to type in the right hashtag whenever I give the command. We've got this. And by the way, I have specific sizes here at my house. So we've got this right here. A new Chase Elliott shirt. This one's a double XL. But we've got other sizes too. We've got a nice, beautiful Hooters Racing polo. Well, this one's a 3XL. But we've got more. We've got several different sizes worth of things. This one's an XL. So there's a good chance we'll probably have you covered on size. I'm going to call out every single thing. Like when we give it away, I'll say this is what size it is. Like hashtag this, hashtag that. If it doesn't fit you, hey, give it to one of your parents, sibling, friend. You can always do that. Spread the love with Hooters, but I'm certain I'll have something for you here in the Dale Tanhart Hooters Racing inventory. Here in about 6 minutes, we'll be giving them away. 6 minutes. I'll give you guys a hashtag. But for now, give the stream a like, subscribe, and follow Hooters Racing on Instagram. Remember, whenever I DM you, after you win, if you do win, you got to verify to me that you follow Hooters Racing on Instagram. If you don't, I'm moving to the next person. Got to follow Hooters Racing on Instagram. That is the number one thing you must do to be entered for this giveaway. At Hooters Racing on the Instagram. But for now, we got a few minutes. I'm going to get my overlay fixed for my Tanhart Triple Crown parlay. And I want you guys to go ahead and give me your favorite Triple Crown NASCAR parlays of the weekend. Remember, if you give me a parlay, I take one community parlay. I take my favorite parlay out of the whole Dalescenter community. If it hits, the community Dalescenter parlay will be named after you for all of 2023. All of 2023. Big accomplishment, and you'll be enshrined in the Dalescenter Hall of Fame, just like our guy Scott. The Broccoli Wad parlay is what we called it last year because of our dude Scott. So keep that in mind. Big accomplishment. Big time accomplishment. If you can make it happen. You got to give me a winner, though. You got to give me a big old winner. You know what I mean? All right. Retype my parlay up in here. I see some parlays. Scott, hey, there he is. The Broccoli Wad Master himself. Scott is back with a Denny Hamlin top 5, Austin Hill top 5, plus 800 on Caesar Sportsbook. I want the Triple Crown. I know we don't have 3 races to choose from, but you can do some parlays with some head-to-head matchups and mix and match, and you can give me a Triple Crown. I don't hate that one, though, Scott. I don't hate it. I like Denny Hamlin. I'm not crazy about Austin Hill just yet, but he is a guy that always proves me wrong. Always proves me wrong. Boom. All right. The real Tanhart Triple Crown is ready. It's ready. Dylan, what is up, dude? Lost Profit, good to see you. Good to see you. Brianna, hello. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Brianna's going with Kyle Larson to win. Can't ever go wrong with that, right? K. Gavin says Sammy top 5, Bell top 5, Mike Miles TCU over TCU over 2.5 assists tonight. $100 will win you $1,400. Okay, see, this is a weekend where it's fair if you want to come. And it's March Madness time. All the conference tournaments are happening right now. I've been betting a lot on college basketball recently and having good success there too. This is the one weekend where it's okay if you want to add in a stick and ball sport to the NASCAR world, to the NASCAR Triple Crown parlay. All right, that's fine. If you want to have a 3-legger, you're going to have to add something else because we only have Cup and Xfinity. Makes sense. Makes sense. So that's okay. I like it. Now we're getting creative. Okay, Gavin, I appreciate you. Mike Miles, TCU over 2.5 assists, combined with a Sammy top 5 and a C. Bell top 5. We talked a lot about Sammy Smith earlier, and Chase likes Christopher Bell, so not too bad. Robert, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Need to make it to more streams. Hey, every Thursday night, we're here. We're here. Grant likes Brad top 10, Allgaier to win, C. Smith top 5. Is that parlayable? That is my question, Grant. And tell me what sportsbook and tell me what odds. I don't know if that's parlayable. I don't think it is, but if it is, let me know. Brandon's a big Chase Elliott fan too. Yeah, you can't see it, but I got his cutout chilling right here behind me. Oh, that Mississippi State bet. Yeah, dude, I know. That was a sweat. Thank God for overtime. Hey, that's how it works sometimes, though. Christopher Herbert has Chris Buescher top 10, Gragson top 10, Sam Mayer top 5. Let me know the value. What sports book and what value? I got to know that if I want to ride it with you. And I need to know if it works. I need to know if you can actually make that parlay. All my parlays involve a driver who is currently incarcerated. Look, it's okay. He's really good. He's good at Phoenix. Like I said, he won here in 2021. Like his last 5 or 6 wins have been on shorter racetracks. So like short tracks plus Dover plus Phoenix. Yeah. It's not a bad pick if you want to go with Martin. Like I said, I think the theme of the veterans could stick out. It could. I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying there's a high probability. The low downforce is going to change a lot, but if it did, I feel like it would favor the veteran guys a little bit more. Troy has Moffitt top 5. Bacon Boy over Bubba. Cindric over Dylan. Damn. $100 will win you $4,200, man. I'm telling you, that Moffitt top 5 is going to happen. That must be a Caesars. That must be a Caesars play. All right, real quick, guys. I'm going to come back to these. It is time for a Hooters giveaway. I'm going to give away 3 items here. 3 items. And I want you to put hashtag HootersDale in the comments. Hashtag HootersDale to be entered. But you also have to follow Hooters Racing on Instagram. That is a must. Must be following Hooters Racing on Instagram to be entered to win one of these 3 items. We're gonna pick 3 winners here. I got an extra large Chase Elliott 2022 Hooters t-shirt. I think these go for like $40 or $50 on the Hooters site. So I loved that paint scheme in 2022. This is an XL t-shirt. Make sure you do Hooters Dale. Hooters Dale. Actually, you know what? I think I'll give away 4. You know what? How about we give away 5? Let's give away 5. Huh? You like that? Hashtag Hooters Dale. Oh, and just for bonus points, drop a like on the stream. Okay? Drop a like on the stream, and you got to be following Hooters Racing. I got this shirt right here. This shirt right here is sick, dude. This is a new one. Or no, this is also 2022. Nonetheless, it is a sick shirt. This one is a double XL. A double XL. Double XL gray Chase Elliott Hooters Racing shirt. And then let's pop over here. Another one. Orange Chase Elliott Hooters Racing t-shirt. Also a double XL. Don't worry. Hey, they're not all double XLs. So that's 3 right there. And I'm gonna find. Ooh, I like this one. Let's do a little throwback right here, huh? We talk about these new Hooters Racing polos. How about one of the old school Night Owl Hooters Racing polos right here? This one is a large. This one is a large right here. Large, old school Hooters Racing polo. That one's sick, isn't it? Very classic. Very classic look. I like that one a lot. That one is a large. That's the only one I have of this. That's the only one I have. So that one's a super exclusive. And we got one more we're going to do here. I'm just making sure. Checking the sizes. And we'll do one classic Hooters Racing polo right here. This one is a large, which I do have some other sizes too. If you want a 2X or a 3X, I can probably help you out if you get picked for this. But this is a large that we're looking at right here. That is 5 items. Hashtag Hooters Dale to be entered to win. And make sure you have to be following Hooters Racing on Instagram. Drop a like on the stream, and then it'll help your chances on winning. But I see a shit ton of Hooters Dales, dude. I got my guy who's gonna pick him for me. I just see him flowing. I got someone who's randomizing every time they see Hooters Dale in the chat, and they're going to pick 5 winners. They're going to pick 5 winners. And he's going to text them to me. 5 winners. Man, that's so many winners, dude. I was going to do 3, and I was like, you know what? There's plenty enough people in here. We're going to do 5. I think 5's a lot better. We're trying to spread the love. And by the way, just a bonus, keep an eye on Hooters Racing Instagram, courtesy of our friends at Busch Light. These badass NASCAR cups. We got a bunch of these in stock. Garage guys are going to help you win one of these cups next week over on Instagram. I think we'll do that on Monday, maybe Tuesday. These are awesome. I'm so glad I copped one of these. Hashtag Hooters Dale to win one of these 5 items. Hooters Racing Polo. Modern day Hooters Racing Polo. Classical Hooters Racing Polo. By the way, this one is a large. This one is a large. It's the only one I have. I have a little more diversity in the sizes on the modern Hooters Racing Polos. Then you got a couple t-shirts. Here. Nice orange. You know, I didn't like orange until I started eating Hooters, I'll be honest with you. But orange looks good with that owl, you know what I mean? Looks good with the paint scheme, too. Got a gray shirt right here. Those are both double XLs. I only have 2 of those. And then an XL, classic black Hooters Racing Chase Elliott shirt. If you win one of these, you better wear them at the racetrack. You better wear them at the racetrack coming up soon. Hashtag Hooters Dale, and you must be following Hooters Racing on Instagram. Because I'm going to DM you, all right? When or whoever is running the account, one of us is going to DM you. And we're going to say, hey, you better be following Hooters Racing. If you're going to lie to us, you can't win. Have to be following Hooters Racing on Instagram to win. All right, guys. 10 seconds. Well, there's going to be a delay. So my 10 seconds for me is going to be like 30 for you, 20 for you maybe. All right. I'm waiting for the text. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. All right, let's see who won. Are you guys ready? You guys ready for your winners? The first winner in the hashtag Hooters Dale Hooters Racing giveaway. And there will be confirmation. You got to be following on Hooters Racing Instagram. First winner is Kyle Connolly. Kyle Connolly, you have won. Second winner, Christopher Herbert. Christopher Herbert, you have won a Hooters merchandise giveaway. Third winner, LTFU5. Big username. Might be an actual name in about 200 years. Maybe someone will name their kid that, like robot names. LTFU5 is the third winner. The fourth winner is Victor E. Lane. Victor E. Lane, congratulations, you have won. And the fifth winner, final winner of this edition, Hooters Racing giveaway, which there's going to be plenty more. Hey, don't be sad if you didn't win. We did like fucking 20 of these last year, all right? We got plenty to give away. And there's going to be new merch to give away later in the season. Just wait. Just wait. We're going to have a brand new set of merch to give away later. The final giveaway winner, Hooters merch, Grant Parr. Grant Parr, congratulations. You have won. And you are the final winner of the giveaway, the Hooters Dale giveaway here live on Dalescenter. My 5 winners one more time. Kyle Connolly, Christopher Herbert, LTFU5, Victor E. Lane, and Grant Parr. Please DM me on Instagram at Dale Tanhart. DM me at Instagram at Dale Tanhart and tell me, hey, I'm one of the guys that won. DM me. You have to if you got to be following Hooters Racing on Instagram anyway. That's where we're gonna have the DMs up. I'm gonna have the DMs open. Send me a message on Instagram reminding me that you won at Dale Tanhart, and I'll make sure Hooters Racing hooks you guys up. Congratulations. Let's get some claps in the chat for everybody. Please do not be discouraged if you did not win because we're going to be doing a lot of these throughout 2023, and we cannot wait until Hooters is on the race car. First time Hooters will be on the car will be at Bristol Dirt. So can't wait for that. We're going to have a lot more giveaways, a lot more fun. And keep an eye on a giveaway for these sexy NASCAR Busch Light Checker Flag Cups. We'll be giving a bunch of these away next week. So appreciate everybody who stopped in. Congratulations to the winners. You're going to love your new Hooters Racing merch when you get it. DM me at Dale Tanhart on Instagram, and I'll confirm that you were following Hooters Racing. And we'll confirm some size stuff, and we'll get your merchandise shipped out to you. So let's get right back into it, ladies and gentlemen. Tanhart Triple Crown. The Tanhart Triple Crown is here. Boom. Kevin Harvick for a top 5. This is all DraftKings, by the way. DraftKings is usually where I'll make my parlays because I've had some issues with Caesars. I've had some issues with Barstool on the limiting side. So DraftKings usually has not screwed with me. Kevin Harvick for a top 5 at plus 170. Brandon Jones over Sammy Smith. And Sam Mayer over Chandler Smith. Look, yes, I'm fading the rookies. Sammy's technically not a rookie, I believe. I can't remember if he's technically a rookie or not. Regardless, yes, I am fading the Smiths. $100 on this parlay will win you $884 if it hits. Now, appreciate you, Will. If you sent a Tanhart Triple Crown or a Dalescenter Community Parlay, I should say, resend it because we have all the hashtag Hooters Dales that have saturated the chat. Rightfully so. That's fine. Please resend all of your parlays. Resend all of your parlays just so I can see them. Will's getting us started back up again with the Chandler Smith top 3. Harvick top 5. Japan money line over Korea tomorrow at 5 a.m. Will, is this baseball? What? That's how you get creative right there, dude. That's how you get fucking creative. I love it. I absolutely love it, Will. I'm not going to be on Chandler Smith top 3, though. I'll go ahead and promise you that. Appreciate everybody for the claps, the kings. Really fun. I really, really appreciate Hooters for letting us do this kind of stuff, and more to come. We're just getting started. So, Spurs Ted Lasso. Hey, I need some more claps. We're just giving everybody claps, but Spurs Ted Lasso will be back next week to talk some Netflix club bets after he did have a profitable weekend at the Bahrain Grand Prix last weekend. So, shout out to Spurs Ted Lasso. Larson top 3, Allgaier top 3, and a Rahm winner. Ooh, $100 will win you $11 grand. John Rahm. I like that one. Hey, we're getting real creative. We're getting real creative. I appreciate it. And you guys let me know if the music is okay. I think I'm going to turn it down a little bit. If there's any issue with the music, let me know. And not like, it's like synthwave, retrowave shit. If you don't like that, that's just on you. I'm just talking about like the loudness level. If it goes well with me talking is mainly what I'm asking. So, I haven't had music playing on Streamlabs as much, so I just want to make sure it sounds okay. All right, welcome back. Mike D, yes, we will be at Atlanta. That will be the next NASCAR race we'll be at. We will be at Atlanta, confirmed. Oh, the Japan thing is a World Baseball Classic. Okay, got it. All right, Scott is back with Denny Hamlin top 5, Austin Hill top 5, Florida Panthers over Chicago Blackhawks on March 10th. So we'll have to wait. Okay, that will be tomorrow night. Plus 1,000 on Caesars. Okay, I like it. Go Fast Troy's back with a Moffitt top 5, Almirola over Bubba, Cindric over Austin Dillon. Man, I like that one. Moffitt's still a long shot, but like when he gets that first top 5, the books are going to completely ruin it for us. And it's like they don't realize that he has a good race car. Like, and they're probably going to get better. Like, he's been bordering around a top 10 run both weeks outside of Daytona. Last week they had some kind of pit issue and went like 3 laps down. You minimize those errors, and over time I think you're going to get better. Moffitt, 12 to 1, 14 to 1 top 5. Not a bad play. Oh, can't even really hear it. Interesting. Huh. Let's see. Now I'm curious. Now you might be able to hear it. Anyway, yes, Hotlanta. Hotlanta. Ty Gibbs pole sleeper according to Dolan. Interesting. Dolan. Wow, that just brought me back to old school Twitter. Holy shit. Those old school Twitter memes, I remember that. Like the off-brand like Daffy Duck, like, dude, that's crazy that I just remember that. Appreciate it, Dolan. K. Gavin back once again. Mike Miles over 2.5 assists plus Bell top 5 plus Sammy top 5. $100 wins you $1,400. All right, guys, I need more. Give me more. I need more parlays. Golly, there were a lot of Hooters Dales. That was something else. I need more Triple Crown parlays, ladies and gentlemen. Need more Triple Crown parlays. Oh, my name is actually Dolan. Well, your profile picture is the duck. That's what made me remember, is the fucking duck. I'm pretty sure that's what that's from. Son of Smoke has Mayer top 5, Harvick over Bell, Hamlin over Prison Boy, plus 860 on Caesars. Oh, man, I really like that one. I really like that one. Alex Wright says Denny top 3, John Hunter Nemechek top 3, Hovland to win the Players. What is or Hovland? What are his odds? What are his odds straight up? I like that parlay too a lot. John Hunter Nemechek is great at Phoenix. Problem with John Hunter is like the books have saturated the odds for like him, Allgaier, Cole Custer. I mean, they just have this very, very narrow gap with those guys, and then everybody else is like 8 to 1 and further. But Nemechek has a great Phoenix resume, dude. And the only guy you see him matched up against is Justin Allgaier, who also has a great Phoenix resume. So you really just like don't want to take that. It's such a toss-up. 16 to 1 for Hovland. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. I don't watch a lot of golf, but I do watch it sometimes. Colonel Pre-Shot. Custer winner, question mark. I don't know, man. He's on the dead to Dale slot. You can see him back there. I feel like all the confidence I had in Cole Custer is gone, and I need something to regain it, because I had like the house on Cole Custer last week for a top 5, dude. I mean, I had the house on him, and he fucked me over. So I don't know. Cole Custer's kind of in limbo right now, I guess. Kind of a wait and see kind of deal. Gonna have to be a wait and see. All right, I gotta pick one. I took like a plus 850. So I'm gonna take something a little spicier. Son of Smoke is gonna be a close second. That's a good parlay. If it hits, I would not be surprised. But I'm gonna go with Alex Wright. I'm gonna go balls to the wall here. I'm going to go with Denny top 3, John Hunter Nemechek top 3. All right, how about this? What about a Hovland top 3? What is that? Give me a top 3 on that guy and tell me what that is, Alex. Maybe we go all 3 top 3s. Straight threes for Dale, 3 for the Triple Crown, and then top 3. Give me what his top 3 odds are and throw that in that parlay instead of the to win. I bet it would still be like plus 4,000, right? Plus 4,000 plus 3,500. That's worth it. Let me know what that is, and I think that's what we're going to go with. K. Gavin has Nemechek winner, Harvick top 5. Turk Smith over 15.5 points. Plus 26.37 on DraftKings. Interesting. Okay. I think I'm going to go with... I want to throw some golf in here, man. I've seen a lot of people nailing some golf picks. All right, top 5 is plus 300. Either throw that in the parlay or throw a top 3 in the parlay, and I think that's what I'm gonna roll with. Test them out for me. Let's see it. Anybody else who sees it too, besides Alex, experiment. Let's find the value. Let's find out what the price is gonna be. What would be the top 3 is the question. That's it. Boom. Beautiful. 3,400. I was hoping we'd get about 35 to 1 or 40 to 1. And we got it. 34 to 1. This is courtesy of Barstool Sportsbook. The Dalescenter Community Parlay of the Week is going to be courtesy of Alex Wright. Denny Hamlin top 3. John Hunter Nemechek top 3. And man, how the fuck do you pronounce his name? Hovland in the Players, is the Players Championship, top 5, plus 34.10. Plus 34.10. That's going to be it. That's the Dalescenter Community Parlay, the broccoli wad, if you will. Alex, remember, if you win it, you get to name it after whatever you want. It's all yours. And this is a very juicy, spicy parlay we got here. Lost profit. I love that. I hate the Red Sox, but I love the ambition, right? 3 matchups and a future that we'll have to wait until October to get, right? I love it. I love the ambition. But we're going to go with Alex here for the Dalescenter Community Parlay of the Week. A Denny Hamlin top 3, a John Hunter Nemechek top 3, and a Hovland top 5 at plus 34.10. A $100 bet would win you $3,400 if that parlay hits. All right. You've made it this far, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody who has stuck around, I appreciate you. It's been a really good show. Honestly, it's been the first fucking good show on Dalescenter this season. And just having Chase on, the fact that it worked is the best. I'm so happy that it worked out fine. Before we move into the top plays, let's give a shout out to our good friends at Hooters. Right now, after a lot of you guys get your merchandise, don't forget though, promo code Garage Guys will save you $10 on any $30 plus carry out or delivery order at your favorite Hooters. All you got to do is type. I just can never get through a promo without messing it up, can I? That's why you start, right? That's why you start, because you don't lose your voice, and you don't. You just knock it out, right? You get it out of the way early. Unfortunately, here we are. I thought it would be a good time to do it here, but my voice cracked, so now I got to start over. Promo code Garage Guys will save you $10 on any $30 plus delivery or carry out order when entering code Garage Guys on the Hooters app at checkout, or you can do it at order.hooters.com. Promo code Garage Guys, always saving you money on the greatest food in the universe. Valid at HOA locations for delivery and carry out orders only. Promo code Garage Guys, always hooking you up. Hooters is hooking you up. Hooters is hooking us up. We're all just a big, happy family here in the NASCAR / Hooters / Garage Guys world. Don't forget about promo code Garage Guys. Hooking you up, saving you money all the time. We love Hooters. We appreciate them so much. Greatest sponsor in the universe. That's Hooters right there. So, without further ado, if we can find the right thing right here. Let's get it. It is time for the Dalescenter top plays of the weekend. You made it this far. I'm just trying to get the overlay right. Where is it? Nope. We don't want Colcuster. I just want my top plays. What is going on here? You just can't. You can never have a. You just can never have a smooth going here. You can never have a smooth going. It is frustrating. a new kink. I've just discovered a new kink with Streamlabs, I think, because it will not advance. And I can hear my computer making some weird noises, and it's kind of scaring me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little scared right now, guys. What is my computer doing? It's about had enough, I think. But it's all good. We got it now. Dalescenter top 5 plays, guys. These are bets that I am locking in either tonight, tomorrow, before practice, or maybe after practice and qualifying. And stay tuned to find out why. We hadn't talked about this one guy much in the program. I will say, we hadn't talked about him much. But, see, what the fuck happened here? This is so annoying. We're going to talk about him here because this matchup definitely caught my eye, and I really hadn't said anything about it yet on the program. But the first play, Dalescenter top play number 5, is going to be Brad Keselowski over Ryan Preece minus 114 on Barstool Sportsbook. This is a standard 1-unit play. Unit and a half max, right? Like, I'll probably go, I'll probably bet what will give me a 1-unit payout here. And people say, oh, Ryan Preece, great short track racer. Wait, what are we doing here? With the uncertainties, like, I'm going to bet against Ryan Preece if I have the opportunity because there's been nothing that can prove me wrong just yet. Like, Ryan Preece, like, has Cup experience, doesn't have a great resume at Phoenix. Brad K has a great resume at Phoenix outside of last year, growing pains with RFK. Clearly, RFK has better race cars. Stewart-Haas Racing has not had great race cars. And while I do think Chase Briscoe and Kevin Harvick are going to be good, I still think Ryan Preece adjusting to this Gen 7 race car. Remember, Preece has been out of the series for like 2 years, right? Has struggled early. And I'm going to ride the idea that he won't have a great run, or at least will get beat by Brad Keselowski. Because there's nothing there to make me bet on Preece in this matchup. So I'm going to take the opposition and a guy that's got momentum, a guy that's been fast, right? Like, this should not be a toss-up line, in my opinion. I think this should be a line that's more like minus 140 in favor of Brad, right? Like minus 130 in favor of Brad. Get Preece at plus value. So, similar to a matchup I gave last week, and I can't remember who it was, but the value is kind of crazy here because Brad K should be a minus 130 favorite here, in my opinion. When you combine all the tangibles of past experience, the uncertainties with the race weekend, throw in the fact that Brad K did test this race car, which we hadn't even talked about, like who tested in January. Brad K was one of the guys that tested. I don't take a lot of stock from that, but I think it certainly can help, right? Like any extra lap times you can get probably helps in the situation, I think. And, you know, they're leaving it as a toss-up here on Barstool Sportsbook. You can get Keselowski at minus 114 or Preece at minus 114. It's not worth taking Preece unless you get crazy plus money. And it is worth taking Brad K if you're going to get less than minus 130 here, minus 140. So, got to take Brad K in this matchup. Immediately caught my eye. All the momentum, all the tangibles, all the stats, everything here points to a Brad K win in this head-to-head matchup. So, that is Dalescenter top play. Number 5, to lead us off, and I want to know what you guys think. I'm so frustrated with my motherfucking overlays, dude. Why is this doing this? Sorry, we're a positive program here, okay? We're not gonna get flustered. We don't get flustered super easily. Two things that get us real flustered here in the program. Number 1, Martin Truex Jr., and number 2, Streamlabs. Those are the two things that piss us off. You know, we'll be honest. Not much pisses us off, but those are two things that do. Top play number 4, sticking with the Stewart-Haas theme here and a guy that we've talked about. I love Chase Briscoe to get the pole. I love Eric Almirola to get the pole. I'm dropping you my full Cup pole qualifying card, except for maybe 1 or 2 guys, depending on how practice goes, and if the books put qualifying odds back up on the board on Saturday, which I don't think they will. And if they do, they're going to saturate the shit out of whoever had a top 5 lap time. So remember, Friday practice, Saturday qualifying, a very rare thing that we did not see often last year. May have seen it a couple times. Not exactly sure what the number was, but excuse me. Doesn't change much, at least in my early leans, and I'm locking all these in. Ryan Blaney to win the pole at 6.5 to 1. Christopher Bell to win the pole at 10 to 1. William Byron to win the pole at 10 to 1. Chase Briscoe to win the pole at 20 to 1. And Eric Almirola to get it at 40 to 1. I think that this is a solid Cup qualifying betting card right here. Immediately, I put this all together last night. Love it. Absolutely love it. You can see it here only on Dalescenter. Only on Dalescenter. You can see my Cup betting qualifying card. And I can't reiterate enough, I might add 1 or 2 more after practice if the books put lines back up and there's something that I feel like I missed out on. If there's something like let's say Kyle Busch is fastest in practice, I might be like, oh shit. If he's plus 600, plus 650, I might dabble on that. But I don't think the books are going to put qualifying odds back up after practice. I just don't see it happening. But we shall see. I think this is a good foundation. I think this is a good foundation to start with, at least, with Cup betting on the qualifying side. So that's going to be Dalescenter top play number 4, which is just the card. The whole card. I'm basically saying, hey, one of these is going to hit and you're going to profit. That's the goal here, is profitability. I don't care if you go 1 for 5, right? The point is to win. That's it. And you can have a big fucking profit if one of these guys wins. So that's what we're going to roll with for Cup pole qualifying at Phoenix this weekend. It's going to be interesting with practice being on Friday. Talked about it a lot. I don't think it changes a lot, though. I feel really confident about it. I feel really, really confident about those plays I just gave you. And let's see here. Once again, overlay problems. Oh, whoops. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Yeah, I see what I'm doing. Might be. Top play number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Streamlabs for always making my life a complete motherfucker. But top play number 3. That's not what we wanted. Not Kevin Harvick's face. Whatever. No picture. No picture for this one. But I don't see Sam Mayer's pick on here. Sam Mayer over Chandler Smith. I know everybody's going to jump the gun and be like, whoa, Chandler Smith, really fucking good at Las Vegas, really good at Fontana. This isn't a great rookie racetrack. If you look at all the data, rookies aren't, in the Xfinity series in particular, aren't great here. And Kaulig has not been great here. Always finishing on the border of the top 5, getting several top 10s, but Kaulig never really contending for race wins here. And in my mind, I think Sam Mayer is going to be a race-winning contender almost every single week. So I think that Sam Mayer, with experience under his belt, good short track racer, hot start to the season, I think Sam Mayer in this matchup is the guy. This is, once again, another standard 1-unit play. I wouldn't go more than 1.5 units. I like Sam Mayer to beat Chandler Smith in the Xfinity Series. When you're a rookie in this series, you got to cool off at some point. You got to make a mistake. Outside of just not being able to save tires, pit road speeding, involved in a wreck. I love Chandler Smith. So impressive. I put him on the good side of the wall because the respect factor. He won us a shit ton of money last year in the Truck Series, and he has continued his hot start into 2023 on the Xfinity side. But I think he's going to come down to earth this weekend at Phoenix, at least enough to where he will lose to Sam Mayer in a head-to-head matchup. So I love this play. I think it's an underrated play when you consider everything that I've talked about, how high I am on Sam Mayer with his performance, having a year under his belt, and Chandler Smith with just the rookie factor, right? Chandler Smith's going to go through some growing pains at some point, and it really hasn't happened yet from a pure performance standpoint. I think it's going to happen this weekend at Phoenix. Give me Sam Mayer in this head-to-head matchup. And now we'll finally put our guy on the board that you saw for a split second. Kevin Harvick, and bear with me here. This is an interesting play, more interesting than, or a little bit different than what you typically see on Dalescenter. You see on the bottom of your screen, these lines are courtesy of the Dale Earnhardt World's Greatest Sportsbook. What's the point of that? Well, that sportsbook does not exist. It might one day, but it doesn't exist right now. What I'm telling you here is, don't bet it yet. Let's wait until after qualifying. Because Kevin Harvick has not been the best qualifier over the years, and last year was not the best qualifier. So I think Kevin Harvick will be amazing in the race. I think he'll for sure be a top 5. I love narrative plays. I love that it's his final season, and if he doesn't make the Final 4, he's not going to win at Phoenix. Like, it never happens. Whoever is in the Final 4, whoever is battling for the championship, always wins at Phoenix. It doesn't matter. Like, NASCAR wants it to happen. I feel like the drivers race differently with the Final 4 shit happening at Phoenix. The champion's going to win the race. I don't think Kevin Harvick will make the Final 4. So I think this is truly his last shot to win at Phoenix. I think this is his last big chance to win at Phoenix, which has been his playground, his trademark racetrack, and I think it could happen this weekend, 100%. So wait until after practice of qualifying, because we had 20-1 on Tuesday morning or Monday night, and it was gone just like that. Garage Guy Chase luckily grabbed 12-1. Now we're looking at 10-1 basically everywhere, right? So I think you can get better than 10-1 if he doesn't perform well in practice and doesn't perform well in qualifying, which I think is a very high chance. A lot of these older guys are big sandbaggers, and Kevin Harvick was a great example of that in 2022, and I think will be another example of that in 2023 and this weekend here at Phoenix. He's going to race well, but I don't think he's going to qualify well. So give me Kevin Harvick after qualifying. After qualifying, I will bet on Kevin Harvick. I don't care what the practice times say. Don't care where he qualifies. It's happening. So different. We're spicing it up here on Dalescenter. Spicing it up here. Nick Hook, I appreciate you. Mayer over Smith is minus 105 on Bovada. Well, if that sticks around long enough for me, that's the line I'm going to take. There you go. Dalescenter community helping each other out. We appreciate you. And the top play of the weekend. I think my Dalescenter number 1 plays are fucking like 0 for 3 to start the year. I think that's right. We got to change that. We got to change that. And man, people are gonna. I don't know what you guys are gonna think about this one. It's not Truex. It's not Prison Boy, as a lot of you guys call him. But it is more on the ambitious side, considering what's happened to start the 2023 season. It's Ryan Blaney, top play. Look, just look at the stats. Just pull up Racing Reference. Pull up driver averages. Ryan Blaney has been amazing. Ooh, that was loud and ugly. Ryan Blaney's been amazing at Phoenix. Amazing. He is so due for a win here. Has had so much speed. He's led so many laps. Ryan Blaney's got to be the guy this weekend. Got to be the guy. And I'll go ahead and, I already got the plus 650 pole as my number 5 play. The number 1 play here is going to be a top 5. Top 5 plus 170, I think, is the number 1 max play of the weekend. Throw the top 3 in there. Throw the to win in there because he's going to qualify well. I think he's going to get the pole. So if he gets the pole and has good lap averages, which I think he will, Blaney is not going to be at any of these prices anymore, I think. I think you'll see top 3 around plus 180, top 5 closer to even money, and the to win might hang around plus 800, plus 700, because I think the books are understanding more like how good Blaney's been and still been unable to win. So they're kind of like, yeah, we're not going to risk, we're not losing much by leaving him at plus 8 or plus 750. Regardless, I think you're going to get better value before practice and before qualifying. Take it right now. All 3 of these, plus the pole. I'm big on Ryan Blaney this weekend at Phoenix, and that's why he is the Dalescenter number 1 top play. All we need, and I'm going to allocate my units so it makes it where you can still profit. You get the top 5 here, you're going to profit. If you follow my unit allocations, which you can only see on the Action Network app, link in the description to see my plays on the Action Network. I think it's going to be a big weekend for Blaney. And on the topic of that, before we get out of here, I did want to talk about the comments because we had dropped our podcast the other day before I saw the Kyle Petty comments. Got that dry mouth once again. But yeah, before we get out of here, as we transition out, be sure to follow me and Garage Guys on all social media platforms. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and then, of course, subscribe to our channel here on Garage Guys NASCAR Podcast, and drop a like on the stream, share, and listen to the Garage Guys NASCAR Podcast on your favorite podcasting platform, Apple, Spotify, Amazon. We're on all of it, so check us out there as well. But I want to chime in real quickly about the Kyle Petty thing. I think that I disagree with what Kyle Petty said. I'll start with that. However, if you're one of the people that is going after Kyle Petty's career accolades over his comments and comparing his career to Blaney's career, that is so wildly nonsensical to do. That is so wildly nonsensical to do, and it has no relevance to the topic at hand, which is Blaney's performance, right? Like, Kyle Petty gets paid to talk about his genuine thoughts, opinions, and insight about NASCAR. And he calls it how he sees it, right? From a betting side, like, I get the frustration with Ryan Blaney. As you see, like, if you're better, then you definitely feel the frustration. However, from just a career standpoint, purpose and outlook, he's had a good start to his career. And I went and looked up some data comparing him to actual other drivers who have been in similar situations, right? In 273 starts, Blaney has 7 wins. I don't remember the exact number of top 5s and top 10s, but a lot. A good start to his young career. Kevin Harvick, in his first 273 starts, had 11 wins, but less top 5s and less top 10s than Ryan Blaney in the same amount of starts. Also, at 273 starts, Kevin Harvick was 32 years old, and Ryan Blaney is 29 years old. So my point here is, like, Blaney's going to be fine. Blaney's going to be fine. He's got a long career ahead and has had great results so far. Sure, we'd like to see more wins, but up until last year had a very consistent winning streak. And every good driver goes through a winless spell, right? It always happens. And the truly the best ones, the top caliber drivers and potential Hall of Fame talent drivers, they get out of it, right? They all get out of it. And Blaney is having it at a young time in his career, which is probably better than towards the end and makes you want to leave. So I think Blaney's going to be fine. And instead of coming at Kyle Petty personally, like, it either shows that, 1, you're mad, 2, you just hate Kyle Petty, or 3, you're just, like, trying to be a troll. Instead of, like, coming at Kyle Petty's personal accomplishments, which have nothing to do with the conversation, instead provide an argument to tell Kyle Petty why he's wrong and why he's going to be wrong. It's so wildly nonsensical to attack Kyle Petty over those comments. Like, attacking him personally. The way you should attack him is bring a counter argument to the fight. Just comparing Kyle Petty's career to Blaney's is crazy. It has nothing to do with anything. So I just wanted to give my thoughts on that because I love Couch Racer on Twitter, but I saw them, like, angry and like, compare career stats. I saw somebody else tweet, like, would you rather have Kyle Petty's career or Ryan Blaney's career? And not malicious or anything, but, like, a lot of people were malicious, kind of like what Couch Racer was, and, like, attacking Kyle Petty for his career accomplishments. It's like, dude, he gets paid to talk about what he sees. Like, if you want to attack him, give a counter argument that makes sense. And my counter argument is a similar driver like Kevin Harvick at the same amount of starts in his career, had less top 5s, less top 10s, less overall consistency than Ryan Blaney, and Harvick was 3 years older at the time. 4 wins, yeah, you could say that's a lot. But I don't think that's the biggest difference in the world. And now we see where Kevin Harvick is with 60 wins, a championship, and a Daytona 500 win, solidified Hall of Famer. 20 years from now, we could be saying the same exact thing about Ryan Blaney. But I digress, as my good friend HQ Spider would always say when we talk NASCAR. On the betting space, we did. But yeah, no. Yeah, some Casey Kane comparisons. Like, Casey Kane was a good driver. He's not a Hall of Famer, but Kane kind of got screwed in a lot of situations. At the end of Evernham and Red Bull, like when Red Bull had just started gaining momentum, he just started winning a race or two with Red Bull, and then they leave. If he had gotten to Hendrick a little bit earlier, you always wondered what Casey Kane could have been. But, Kane just wasn't much of a closer. And good comparison. Like, if you want to bring that as a comparison to Blaney, whatever, sure. But I think Blaney's going to be fine. And look, for the narrative purpose, chip on the shoulder, right? Like, I'm sure Ryan Blaney's seen it. I'm sure he doesn't give a fuck. I don't know, though. I'm not Ryan Blaney's head. But I love the narrative of right after Kyle Petty says all this stuff, a little fuel to the fire, and Blaney comes out and has a dominant weekend. So keep an eye on that, too. But, yeah, I figured I'd give a little Dale Pinion here at the end of the program here on Dalescenter. So, once again, guys, I appreciate you. Shout out to Alex for the Dalescenter Community Parlay that we will be riding into the weekend. And, man, I can't believe it. I guess it's a show. We're going to hit, like, right at the 2-hour mark. Woo! Appreciate you guys. I'll read some comments real quick before I get out of here. Lots of P2s, lots of top 5s. Still young, yep. Petty has seen so many talented drivers not live up to their expectations. Can't dismiss his good point. Can't. That's my thing. Like, Kyle Petty's not getting paid to talk about, like, himself having, like, a lackluster career. He's getting paid to talk about what he sees because he provides a very important eye to the sport. He's very passionate. He's been around the sport for fucking 40 years or 50 years. I think he's going to have very good insight and opinions. Blaney is for sure winning off the track. Savage Joe, appreciate you. Blaney is going to prison if he doesn't cash for Dale this weekend. Nah. I mean, we'll see. I won't rule anything out, Grant. I won't rule anything out. We will just have to see on that one. But ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you. Congrats to all the Hooters Racing winners. You see my handles right here. You see them. Hit me up. Follow me. If you won the Hooters Racing giveaway, you got to DM me on Hooters. You got to DM me on Instagram at Dale Tanhart. Everybody else, I'll see y'all in the Discord. Probably on playback this weekend. We'll do some live streams for the races since we're not going to Phoenix. And otherwise, listen to the podcast over on Spotify and Apple, all your other favorite platforms. And we will see you guys at Atlanta. Thank you all for a great edition of Dalescenter. And hope everybody has a great, amazing, profitable weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you all.